Hi, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to straighten a horizon and take out any distracting objects. So let's just get rid of these two layers. And the first thing I'm going to do is to go and select the lasso tool up here. And then I'm just going to quickly draw around as much of this horizon as I can. And then I'm going to copy and paste it by Command or Control C, Command or Control V. And if I just go over to my layers, you can see that there's my copy of that horizon and it's on top of the lower background. Now, in order to correct this horizon, I need a guide. So if I go up to my rulers, click and drag down a guide. Now I'm going to fit it right on the edge here. So I'm going to line up my horizon with this line. Now you can move this if you want to. If you hold down your Command or Control key, you can move this horizon to anywhere you want. So it doesn't have to fit here. You can have it lower if you want to. It's completely up to you. And then we're going to transform that pasted object or the pasted part of the horizon. So let's go up to Edit and then go to Transform, and we're going to go to Distort. And then all we're going to do is grab this box here, click and drag up that horizon to line up with that blue line. Now you can see on the left hand side here we're relatively lined up, and then we seem to go up a little bit in the middle and then down a tiny bit at the end here. So let's go back up to Edit, down to Transform. We're going to use the Warp tool, so click on Warp, and you can see we've got these various handles all the way around this box. So here we can move this section up and down here. We can move the middle section, just click and drag. We can move the middle section down a bit. You can use these handles just to move this section down. You can grab any part of this object and just click, not the guide. Click here, you can move these down. And then you can move this bit up a little bit here if you wish. And once you're happy with that line, go up and just click on the checkbox. And then we can get rid of this guide by going to View, Guides, Clear Guides, or Command or Control N. And now what we're going to do is get rid of this section of the additional forest. So I'm going to go down to the bottom here and hit my Layer Mask tool. Obviously we're on white, so it's exposed. And what we need to do is to paint black where we want to hide those trees. So make sure my foreground colour is black and select my brush tool. And then I'm going to simply go over this forest that we don't need to blend that in with the background. Now if you need to adjust your brush size, just go over to this drop down here and use these sliders here, size slider and the hardness slider. You can also use the Control key and the optional Alt key and move your cursor or your mouse left and right or up and down to adjust the hardness. Once we've done that, we're going to then go down and make a new layer and hit this square with a cross in the middle. There's our new layer there. And we're going to use the clone stamp tool. So I'm going to click on the clone stamp tool. And again, I can make my brush bigger or smaller, holding down those two keys and dragging left and right and up and down for that hardness. Now the important thing with the clone stamp tool is to select something that's very similar or the same as what would be in this space here. So if I select something over here and then try and blend it in, you can see it's a totally different colour, it's much brighter. So we need this section here to clone into here. So I'm going to select this bit here, hold down your Alt or Option key, click, and then just paint in that section that we need to cover. Click again, just keep moving your clone stamp tool around. You can see sometimes it copies additional things that we don't want. That's fine. We can go to this top bit here, reduce the brush tool, click here, let's clone that out. Make that brush a little bigger. Now sometimes you can have lots of repetition where you've clicked on something and you keep repeating it over and over again, and I'll show you how to sort that problem out. At the end, let's just clone all this in. It's a bit fiddly because we don't want to clone in any of the antlers or the ears. There we go. Perfect. Now, if sometimes it looks a bit funny, we can go over to the healing brush tool here, or hit K on your keyboard and select a little bit of texture that's not really very obvious, and then you can select it by holding down your Alt key and clicking, just like the clone stamp tool. It works very much in the same way, and then all it can do is just copy a bit of that texture and take out anything that's really distracting. Once you've finished there, we can go ahead and remove this distracting tree here. This time we can use the spot healing brush tool. This time you don't have to select an area, you just simply paint over the object that you want to disappear or blend in. And you can see Photoshop's done a pretty good job of blending that in and removing it. Just click on anything you find slightly distracting. If it doesn't work, you can go back to use the clone stamp tool, and then you can blend in sections of this if you want to. But don't be afraid of borrowing things from other parts of the image if that fits and works with what you're doing. Obviously this has been very easy for me because I've got lots of things that's very easy to clone. But if you've got something that has grass and flowers, then just borrow from other places, move them around, warp them and slightly manipulate them, and it should work perfectly. So the before and after, here's the before, here's the after. Some people may love the angle across the image, some people it may just catch their eye wrong. And again, the tree in the background, it may be a lovely distraction. Alternatively, it may be something that you choose to get rid of. And there's the final image. So I hope that's helped you today. If it has, please like and subscribe and have a great day.